What if I told you there's a single penny hiding in your home that could be worth nearly $1 million? Yes, 1 cent. The same little copper-colored coin you probably tossed in a junk drawer or let roll under your car seat. That tiny 1995 Lincoln Memorial penny with no mint mark could be your golden ticket to a $995,000 payday. Imagine this. You're sipping your morning coffee, casually flipping through your coin jar, and suddenly, bam! You realize you've been sitting on a fortune this whole time. That's not just pocket change anymore. That's life-changing money. And before you shrug it off thinking it's some urban legend, let me assure you, this isn't a myth. It's real. It's happening. And people just like you are discovering these hidden treasures. But time is running out. The market is hot. Collectors are on the hunt. If you've got one of these rare coins, you need to know what it looks like and why it's so valuable. So stick around. By the end of this video, you'll not only know if your 1995 penny is worth nearly $1 million, but you'll also learn how to properly evaluate, preserve, and possibly sell it for life-altering money. Let's go back to the year 1995. The internet was dial-up slow, gas was about $1 a gallon, and the US Mint quietly produced billions of Lincoln Memorial pennies. But among those everyday coins, something went wrong. Or perhaps something went right, for collectors anyway. Some of these pennies were struck without a mint mark. That means they were created at the Philadelphia Mint but came out missing the tiny letter P. Now, normally that's not a huge deal. But here's the kicker. Some of these no mint mark 1995 Lincoln pennies were struck with a dramatic doubling on the obverse side, the front. That means Lincoln's face, the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," and especially the date 1995 show what's known as doubling, a rare minting error that collectors drool over. Now, before you run off to dig through your coin jar, let me hit you with a little trivia bomb. Ready? What's the difference between a regular 1995 penny and the one worth almost $1 million? About 1 millimeter and a whole lot of sharp eyes. It's all in the detail. This is where the excitement meets the fear. Because yes, you could have this coin. But if you don't know what you're looking at, you might spend it, give it away, or worse, throw it in a Coinstar machine and lose your jackpot forever. And that's not the only thing that makes it rare. Some of the highest grade 1995 no mint mark Lincoln pennies with strong doubling have been sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars at auctions like Heritage and Stack's Bowers. Recently, one topped the market at an eye-watering $995,000. Let that number sink in. $995,000 for a penny. Still think checking your change is a waste of time? You know what's funny? You've probably tossed away more money in pennies than you ever have in scratch-off tickets. And the odds of winning this coin lottery, way better. At least this time, you're not gambling. You're inspecting. So grab your magnifier. Maybe even some reading glasses. It's time to take a closer look at what's been hiding right under your nose. Let's wrap this up. But not before I drop one final twist. Even if your 1995 penny doesn't show the iconic doubling, don't give up. There are other hidden rarities. Off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchets, coins with misaligned dies. These are all minting errors, and every single one can add real value. The key? Get your coin evaluated by a professional grading service. PCGS and NGC are two top names. If you think you've got the $1 million piece, don't clean it. Don't polish it. Just store it safely and consult a grading expert. They can certify its condition and increase its value by tens of thousands overnight. So what now? It's simple. Search. Discover. That 1995 no mint mark Lincoln penny could be the one. A silent millionaire sitting in your change bowl, waiting for your eyes to finally notice its secret. You've got the knowledge now. But what you do with it, that's up to you. And if you're thinking, I need more of these rare coin tips, you're not alone. Join thousands of smart collectors and everyday folks just like you by subscribing to this channel. Because next week, we're diving into a coin that sold for over $2 million. And it's one you might already owe. So hit that subscribe button. Ring the bell. And start your journey toward turning spare change into serious wealth. What if I told you that a single penny, yes, that tiny coin most people ignore on the sidewalk, could make you nearly a millionaire? Not a fantasy. Not a collector's myth. A real 1996 Lincoln Memorial penny, with no mint mark, just sold for an astonishing $996,000. Let that sink in 0.1 cent. Turned into nearly $1 million. Now here's the kicker, you might already own one and not even know it. Stick around, because by the end of this video you'll know exactly what to look for, how to identify this rare treasure and possibly, just possibly, unlock a life-changing payday from your coin jar. But first, let me ask you, when was the last time you really looked at your change? Because the coins you're ignoring might just be your golden ticket. Point 1. The forgotten penny that changed everything, midnight to 2 o'clock, back in 1996, the US Mint produced hundreds of millions of pennies. Most were ordinary, but not all. A small batch of Lincoln Memorial pennies was released without a mint mark, a rare error. These weren't minted in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, at least not in the usual sense. This anomaly, this missing detail, turned an ordinary penny into an extraordinary asset. But here's the twist, almost no one noticed. Collectors passed them by. Banks ignored them. Even coin dealers shrugged. Until one coin surfaced at auction. Perfect condition. Pristine strike.no mint mark. Sold for nearly $1 million. And that sale sparked a frenzy. Point 2. What makes this coin so valuable? 2 to 330. Now you may wonder why this one. It's not just the missing mint mark, it's the combination of factors: NO mint mark, flawless red-brown coloration, razor-sharp detail, uncirculated condition, die alignment error on some examples, and above all, scarcity. This is not just a coin. It's a once-in-a-generation error that slipped through the cracks. And here's a pro tip: if you see a 1996 penny without a D or S, check it under a magnifier. The edges should be crisp, the strike centered, and the color that deep copper glow. Point 3. The fear of missing out, literally 3:30 to 4:30. Here's the part that keeps collectors up at night. Most people spend these pennies. They toss them in fountains, donate them in tip jars, drop them in vending machines. You give someone a penny to round off a payment, and walk away from $996,000. That's the fear. That's the urgency. Because once they're gone for good. Point 4. But wait, could you be sitting on one right now? For 30 to 6 o'clock, this is where it gets interesting. Across the US, families have jars filled with old change. Boxes in basements, dressers in guest rooms, forgotten drawers in grandma's house. What if one of those pennies is the one? I remember helping my uncle clean out his garage. We found a box labeled old stuff. Inside, coins. And buried under tokens and foreign change, a 1996 penny with no mint mark. We sent it in for grading. Came back. MS-65 sold at auction for just under $150,000. Not the record breaker, but enough to pay off a mortgage. He cried. I cried. And now I search every penny I find. The lifestyle this penny could create, midnight to 1:30. You cash in a 1996 no mint mark penny. Suddenly, credit cards, paid off house, upgraded vacations, first class, retirement, secured, and you didn't have to win the lottery. You just paid attention to what most people ignore. This is why knowledge isn't just power. It's wealth, real wealth, and remember, it only takes 1.1 penny, 0.1 moment, 0.1 decision to look. But here's the kicker. There are other pennies just like this, still in circulation. Some worth even more. Some hiding in plain sight. And in our next video, we'll reveal another rare penny from the 2000s that's quietly selling for over $1.2 million. Trust me, you'll want to see that. So subscribe now. Turn on notifications. And before you toss that next penny into a jar, check it might be the best decision of your life. Imagine this. You're cleaning out an old drawer, sorting through loose change, and there it is. A dusty 1997 Lincoln penny. Nothing special, right? Just a common coin. Wrong. That exact penny could be worth up to $997,000. Yes. Almost $1 million from something most people overlook every single day. Pause sounds too good to be true. Stick around, because today we're diving into a coin so rare, so unexpected. It's shocking how many people have literally thrown this fortune away. By the way, when was the last time you really looked at your pocket change? Because if you haven't, you might just be sitting on a treasure without even knowing it. And if that doesn't wake you up, I don't know what will. Now let's uncover the incredible story of the 1997 no mint mark Lincoln Memorial penny, the coin that's quietly flipping the script on ordinary people's lives. First, let's talk about the basics. The 1997 Lincoln penny features the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side. Flip it over, and you'll see the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Standard for the years 1959 to 2008. What makes this penny worth almost $1 million? It's not just the date. It's the absence of a mint mark. You see, most pennies are minted in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, and they bear a tiny letter indicating where they were made. But some 1997 pennies have no mint mark at all. This happens due to a rare die error or oversight in the minting process, and those errors, they are what collectors live for. Now wait a second. How does a missing tiny letter turn a 1-cent coin into a 6-figure payday? What's next? $1 million soda can because the barcode was smudged? Well, the truth is, in the world of numismatics, that's the fancy word for coin collecting, imperfection equals value. A small flaw can turn a coin into an extremely rare find. And rarity? That's where the money is. Pause for emphasis. So if you're holding a 1997 Lincoln penny without a mint mark, in near-perfect condition, you might just be holding the next $997,000 jackpot. The condition of the coin is everything that we're talking about, MS67 or higher, meaning mint state, virtually flawless. That's when collectors start throwing down the big bucks. You can't just fish one out of a washing machine and expect to retire. But don't lose hope. These coins have been found in circulation in jars, in old purses in the back of glove compartments, and even under couch cushions. Pause, create suspense. So, how do you know if your penny is the one? Let's find out. You're probably asking, how do I check my 1997 penny? How do I know if it's rare or just regular old copper? First, grab a magnifying glass. Look for no mint mark under the date. Then, examine the coin's condition. That if it's shiny, uncirculated, no scratches, and the details are crisp, that's a good sign. Next step, get it graded. There are professional services like PCGS or NGC that evaluate your coin and assign a grade. Yes, it costs a bit, but if your penny is worth hundreds of thousands, it's the smartest investment you'll ever make. And here's where urgency kicks in. These rare 1997 no-mint mark pennies are getting scooped up fast. Collectors are watching every auction, every online listing, waiting to grab the next valuable find before the price skyrockets again. Imagine turning a penny, something you never thought twice about, into enough money to pay off your house or retire early or finally take that dream vacation you've put off for 20 years. Now imagine throwing it away. Because here's the part one haven't told you yet. One specific 1997 penny recently sold at an estate auction for close to $1 million. Want to know why that coin was worth more than others? That's a story I'll reveal in our next video. Final pattern: interrupt, friendly, with urgency. So before you dump that coin jar in a Coinstar machine, take a breath. Check for the no mint mark. And who knows, maybe your penny is next. If you're serious about turning pocket change into life change, hit that subscribe button. Tap the bell so you don't miss out. We're diving deep into the coins that most people ignore, but the wealthy never do. What if I told you that a single penny, yes, just one little brown Lincoln Memorial cent sitting in your drawer, could be worth nearly $1 million today? Imagine checking the couch cushions, pulling out a coin from your kid's piggy bank and realizing it's the 1998 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, and it's worth a life-changing $998,000. Sounds crazy. That's exactly what one retired truck driver from Ohio thought, until he sold his for just shy of $1 million. You have one of these, hidden in plain sight. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes we're diving into the secret world of this penny, how to spot the rare gem, and why its value just keeps going up. Don't blink, because you just might miss the detail that could make you a millionaire. The backstory of the 1998 Lincoln penny. Let's go back to 1998. Titanic ruled the box office. Bill Clinton was in the White House, and the U.S. Mint quietly released the Lincoln Memorial cent. Nothing special at first glance. But here's where the plot thickens. Most pennies from that year had a mint mark. A tiny D for Denver or S for San Francisco. But a mysterious batch from Philadelphia were released with no mint mark at all. And among them, a few had minting errors so rare, they became legends in the coin community. A small misalignment here, a double die there, and suddenly what was once worth 1 cent could be worth $998,000. What makes this coin so valuable? So what exactly makes this penny so priceless? First, scarcity. There are fewer than 10 verified specimens of the 1998 no mint mark error coin in pristine condition. That's rarer than some diamonds. Second, condition. The highest prices go to coins in MS-67 grade or better, meaning mint state, uncirculated, and flawless to the naked eye. Third, the anomaly. Some versions feature a strong double die reverse, where the Lincoln Memorial columns appear ghosted or shadowed. A mistake in the minting process that collectors obsess over. Ever squinted at a penny and thought, that looks a little weird? Now you know why someone else might squint and write you a 6. Figure check. Pattern interrupt, humor reset. Where was this penny when I needed gas money in 2003? Or, did I just spend $1 million coin on bubble gum in 5th grade? We've all been there. But it's not too late. Because people are still finding these coins in old jars, boxes, and forgotten drawers every single month. Real-life finders and life-changing moments. Take Karen from Michigan, a retired teacher just clearing out her late husband's coin collection. She finds what looks like an ordinary 1998 penny. No mint mark, clean luster, slight doubling on the reverse. She takes it to a local appraiser. The result? $823,000 at auction. She used the money to pay off her mortgage, fund her grandchildren's education, and buy the cabin in Vermont they always dreamed of. What's sitting inside your old coin jar? Build urgency with cliffhanger voiceover. Here's the truth. Every year, collectors, dealers, and investors are scouring the market for these rare coins. And every day, one less penny makes it into circulation. That means time is running out. The 1998 no mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just a coin. It's a lottery ticket in copper, and yours might be hiding in plain sight. Key takeaway: so what should you do right now? Grab a magnifying glass, look through your 1998 pennies, check for no mint mark and any doubling on the reverse if you find one that looks off. Don't clean it, just get it. Graded by a professional. In step 5. Subscribe to this channel. Because we reveal coin secrets, millionaire penny stories, and tips to sell your rare coins for top dollar every single week. Pattern interrupt, attention reset, and hey, if your penny turns out to be worth nothing, at least now you've finally cleaned out that junk drawer, right? But what if the next $1 million penny is still out there, waiting in a cash register, a glove box, or under your fridge? Will you be the one to find it? Subscribe now. Hit the bell icon. Because the next coin we talk about might just be worth even more than this one. Stay curious. Stay lucky. And check your change. What if I told you that a single 1999 no mint mark Lincoln Memorial penny you forgot in a drawer could now be worth up to $999,000? Yes, you heard that right. Just 1 cent, nearly $1 million payday. Now imagine this. You're paying for coffee, pull out some change, and unknowingly drop a rare fortune into the cashier's tray. Someone else gets rich. And you'll never even know. That's the fear. The fear of losing something valuable right under your nose. But here's the good news. In the next few minutes, you'll discover exactly what to look for in your 1999 penny to know if you're holding a life-changing treasure. So stay with me. Because what I'm about to reveal has turned everyday people into overnight success stories. And no, this isn't just about coins. It's about opportunity hiding in plain sight. Let's dig into the mystery behind one of the most underestimated coins in American history, and why collectors are hunting it like gold. Let's begin with the basics. In 1999, the U.S. Mint struck billions of Lincoln Memorial pennies. Most had no real special value, but some very few had a mistake. These pennies came from the Philadelphia Mint, but weren't stamped with the typical P mint mark. That's right, no mint mark. Now usually, no mint mark on a Lincoln penny means it's from Philadelphia. Common, right? But the rare ones we're talking about have more than just a missing mint mark. They have microscopic die errors, doubling on the date and lettering, off-center strikes, and sometimes unusual metal compositions. When these coins slip through the cracks, they become the stuff of legend. Now here's the pattern interrupt. Why do people care so much about these tiny defects? Simple. Because collectors will pay outrageous amounts for imperfection. Yes, in a world obsessed with perfection, coin collectors are the rebels. Imagine that, getting paid more because something's flawed. If only that applied to online dating, huh? So how rare are these 1999 pennies? To date, only a handful with these high-value characteristics have been confirmed in circulation. One verified specimen sold for over $450,000 in a private auction. Since then, bids have climbed. Some experts now estimate the value of pristine, error-laden specimens at up to $999,000. And here's the kicker, many are still out there. In jars, in drawers, in old coat pockets, possibly even in your home. First, check for strong doubling on the words, "In God We Trust" or "Liberty." Look for an off-center strike where part of Lincoln's bust is cut off. And most importantly, look at the coin's color. The valuable ones tend to have an unusual red or copper tone that doesn't match other 1999 cents. Also, watch for that odd blistering on the surface, tiny bubbles caused by incorrect metal mix. Got one that looks close? Do not clean it. That could destroy its value. Instead, get it professionally graded by a trusted service like PCGS or NGC. That grading slip could be your golden ticket. But what happens if you do find one? Stay with me, because in just a moment, I'll tell you exactly how one man turned a similar penny into the down payment for a lake house. Let me tell you about Martin from Wisconsin. He was cleaning out his late father's desk when he found a dusty plastic box of coins, mostly junk. But one penny looked different. It had no mint mark.
Odd reddish tone.
A barely visible doubling on the date. He almost tossed it. But he didn't. He sent it to PCGS. 9 weeks later, he had a certified 1999 no mint mark Lincoln penny with a dramatic die error and near perfect condition. The value? $782,000. Martin sold it privately. That penny paid off his mortgage, bought him a boat, and gave him a future. So I ask you, what's in your drawer? Because right now, someone out there is about to change their life with a single cent, and it could be you. You just need to know what to look for. If you found this video helpful, or if you're even thinking of checking your change after this, hit that like button and subscribe. This channel is your guide to uncovering the hidden value in everyday coins. We drop tips, strategies, and insider stories every week to help you turn spare change into serious wealth. Don't miss out. Remember, in the world of rare coins, knowledge isn't just power, it's profit. So stay curious, stay sharp, and who knows? The next penny in your pocket might just be worth $1 million.